NBC Nebraska. Your live, local 6 o'clock news starts now.
It's a growing problem across the country and even affects rural areas as well. We go into detail with a special report.
And as we prepare for snow, Lincoln County's emergency manager stays very busy making sure people stay up to date with the latest information.
But first, wet, cloudy, and cold out there for now. Back to winter we go after a stretch of unseasonably warm weather. It is our top story on NBC Nebraska News 2 at 6. Good evening, I'm Kent Winder.
And I'm Sarah Wilder. Well, winter has definitely made its return to us now.
And here is a look at Skycam. It was much colder out there with snow across much of Nebraska. Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins joins us from the Weather Center. Rusty?
Kent, Sarah, yeah, snow starting to pick up now in North Platte. That's where we have the winter weather advisory in this area. 2, maybe 4 inches of snow expected. But the further north you go, the higher the totals. Already over 11 inches in Valentine, 13 inches reported in Scottsbluff Alliance. I checked many times, 22 inches of snow. Reported in Alliance. Just incredible. I have a friend that lives out there, and she posted a picture of herself and was up to here. Now, she's not tall, but still up to, geez. We have that winter storm warning and winter weather advisory goes through the first half of the day on Friday. A lot of snow out there. The heavier snow is this swath right here, the darker shades, especially between Thedford and Valentine. This is all kind of winding itself up and will eventually move off to the north and east. Still some snow downstream though, so we're not quite done with anything yet. In fact, Skycast through the midnight hour from 6 p.m. to midnight shows it's sticking around, especially along and north of Interstate 80. So snow is going to be likely as we head through tonight and into the first half of the day tomorrow. We'll talk snowfall potential in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Rusty. And with the rapid snowfall in the western part of the state, city and state crews have got their hands full.
Not only are they staying busy, but they also face a few challenges. NBC Nebraska's Sharon Bagenda is on the scene with more. Sharon?
Thank you. Good evening. I stuck this ruler in the snow and it read 11 inches of snow here in Scottsbluff. Now, city and state crews have been plowing snow since around 3 this morning, and they will continue to do so.
City and state snowplow trucks have one thing in common: keeping the snow off the ground.
I think all of us, whether it's the cities, the counties, whomever, or ourselves, do our best to, take care of the roads that we're responsible for in a timely way, try to make sure that it's safe for people to travel.
According to Scottsbluff Public Works Director Mark Bohl, the slushy snow has proven to be challenging, but for the state, it's the rate of the snowfall.
Just because the volume of snow falling from the sky, it's going to be difficult for us to keep it completely clear all the time. So we certainly urge motorists to, take that into consideration when traveling.
For those traveling in this weather, make sure to set extra time to get to destinations.
When we have snows like this, it's really important for people to remember that your braking and the handling of the car is going to be a lot different. And so we want to encourage people to take their time. They can get where they're going, but just to do it safely.
Now, city and state crews will continue to plow snow throughout the night, but that's going to only be on primary routes, expressways, and interstates as well. At 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, they will continue back up on all the regular routes. Reporting in Scottsbluff, I'm Sharon Bagenda. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Sharon. And even though our scene doesn't look quite like Scottsbluff, State Patrol is offering up a few tips if you're heading out on the road. Yeah, we're fortunate we didn't have that type of snow. They are warning drivers to be safe tonight and to keep a few things in mind when it comes to low visibility. News 2's Sean Klatsky is live with some of these reminders. Sean?
Sarah and Kent, thank you very much. I'm here at the Nebraska State Patrol Troop D headquarters in North Platte. Right now it is cold outside, it is windy, and the snow is hitting me in the face. However, the tough conditions have not stopped traffic on Interstate 80. As you can see over here behind me, traffic is humming along quite nicely. Earlier on in the day, I had the opportunity to speak with Lieutenant Dan Raines of the State Patrol, and he gave me some tips to pass along to you if you are heading outside on the roads tonight. His first tip is drive slowly. The combination of snow and wind can really cut down on your visibility, and driving quickly can be dangerous. Also, too, he says make sure you have a full tank of gas. And lastly, his third tip is turn off the cruise control and make sure that you wear your seatbelt at all times. Now tonight, the State Patrol says their heaviest reports of snow are from the north. However, they are concerned tonight about this precipitation turning over to ice and then that freezing on the roads. Reporting live in North Platte, I'm Sean Glasby. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Sean. And the snow and the wind really makes traveling difficult, especially up through the Sandhills. And this is a live look at road conditions in the Sandhills. The roads in pink, those are in the and the ones in the Panhandle are completely covered with snow, and the roads in blue are partially covered. Now, this is really a great resource to check before you get in your car and drive out, and be sure to check it at 511.nebraska.gov.
And for the latest closings, be sure to check out our web channel, our app, and the ticker on air, and send your closings to closed@nbcneb.com. Now, living in Nebraska, we know we could get a major storm at any time.
And we also know we need to be prepared for it, but preparing for the big one doesn't have to be daunting. Beatrice Reyna spoke with our local emergency manager on how his agency is helping people prepare and stay safe year-round.
When Lincoln County Emergency Manager Brandon Myers isn't monitoring weather and road conditions,
eventually, if it's bad enough, it could directly involve our area.
He's constantly updating the most current conditions through Facebook, Twitter.
Everybody wants that information right now. They don't want to wait.
And even through their Be Ready Nebraska app.
It'll go out to everybody that's got this app that we've got a road closure, where that road closure is, and things like that.
The app, which is free of charge, can be downloaded directly to your smartphone.
On notifications, we've got directly from the National Weather Service what our notification for the weather is.
But the agency's updates are not just limited during inclement weather, but year-round.
With the winter winding down and summer storms coming, we're going to start switching our preparedness topics from winter stuff to summer storm preparedness. You know, thunderstorms, lightning, tornadoes, and how to be prepared for those, how to build preparedness kits for your home, go bags for your vehicle, things like that.
Myers says by staying active on social media, it's helped the public be better aware and prepared. Reporting in North Platte, I'm Beatrice Reyna.
All right, thank you, Beatrice. Methamphetamine is a growing epidemic across the country, and it's a problem for us here in rural Nebraska.
In a 2012 national survey on drug use and health, about 1.2 million people reported using methamphetamine in the past year. Jacqueline Olson joined us live in the studio with an extended special report. Jacqueline?
Sarah, Ken, I spoke to numerous agencies in Lincoln County who all say North Platte is a haven for methamphetamine. They told me how they're trying to get it under control.
It doesn't get any better. It gets worse all the time.
We're talking about the meth problem in North Platte. Over the past 15 years, methamphetamine has taken a hold on our community.
Once people get hooked on this stuff, it's a bad thing, and they'll steal from anybody that they care about, and it just damages relationships. It tears families apart. It's just an awful drug.
North Platte Police investigator John Deal says they've seen an increase in crimes related to meth, domestic violence, robberies, and vandalism.
Some of the things that we'll look for is your high traffic areas, our known users, information we're getting from informants from the community. We'll compile all that together, and that's what it takes to get a warrant sometimes.
Investigator Deal says they've had luck catching those involved.
That we show up early and wake them up and they don't have any fight in them to begin with.
Right.
Versus, you know, if you get them at 10 o'clock at night, they could be drunk, they could be high. Completely different.
Once the North Platte Police Department picks up a meth user, they're booked into the Lincoln County Detention Center.
I'd say 50 to 60% of the inmates in the jail are arrested because of methamphetamines. Lincoln County Detention Center, this is Willie, how may I help you?
Corporal Willie Purvis has been with the Lincoln County Detention Center for 12 years.
You're starting to see parents that came in when I was first started, their kids are coming in now. We get some people coming in off the interstates, stopping at our rest stops, stopping at our gas stations, and then they're getting arrested from State Patrol.
That's the corridor that people are using to transport. I mean, whether it's from Colorado or you know, Wyoming or you know, some of your other western states, it's going to eventually, they're going to end up on I-80.
And it's easy to understand that interstate pipeline when you start looking at the numbers. 2015 was a big year. They arrested 256 people for possession, an increase of 20% from 2014. Then in 2016, the State Patrol saw 234 possession arrests, which is down 8.5%. And what is even more impressive are the intent to deliver numbers. In 2015, the State Patrol made 182 arrests, a 35% increase from 2014. And last year, only 92 arrests, a 49% decrease. Even the local police department saw a decrease in possession to distribution cases. In 2016, the NPPD estimates they made 78 arrests for possession over 115 arrests in 2015, which is a 32% decrease, and an estimated 62% decrease in distribution cases from 2016 to 2015. As our officers made about 29 distribution arrests compared to 11 the following year. Kent and Sarah, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Jacqueline. And coming up next, school leaders share a common goal, that's to make sure their students are ready for life post-graduation.
And a law helps them do that by meeting certain academic standards. That's next on NBC Nebraska News 2.